Mataji. He's asking what is the question about, Mataji?
Yeah, what did we study last week?
I think Rajan Prabhu quit, is it?
Yeah, he would have got disconnected.
Uma Mataji has joined, ma.
So okay, so we can ask Uma Mataji, are you ready for presenting the class? I think she's not settled as yet. So is she giving us a summary today?
She's like, Acha, last class.
So suddenly she's woken up.
I'm telling her, you raised your hand. She said, no, I didn't raise my hand.
Oh, really? Fine. Okay, then let's not waste time. I'll give a quick review of what we did last week.
Ma'am, she says that, yes, the class was there about...
So this is not done, okay? I'm addressing everybody. It is very important that we are connected to what we did in the last 2 weeks, because I'll, in a continuous mode, I'll keep on doing week after week, week after week. But if you don't note down, if you don't watch the recording, if you don't see the PPT, then what is the use? How do I know that you understood what we did last time? So it is very important that we study. Ask Madhura. This Madhura would like to say something. Her video is off though.
Mataji, Uma Mataji is trying. She says, Panch Tattva, you explained about the people, no?
Okay.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityanand Prabhu. We discussed mostly about the Panch Tattva and how Bhakti Vriksha, there are a lot of branches and we have one branch. Just like you have a main river and then you have tributaries. We have to, similarly, we are part of the tree and we have to spread the message, spread the consciousness.
Very good. Okay, next, anything else? Tatyana Mataji wants to say something.
The first thing was about we being part of the tree, and second is about Nityanand Prabhu, how we're talking about death, his disappearance.
His appearance.
He's saying disappearance, Mataji.
No, we did about appearance. We never studied about disappearance. Okay, let's try Tatyana Mataji. I think she wants to say something. You found her?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Namaskar. We learned about how, we start our day, we start our spiritual journey. I mean, our spiritual evolutions, we start with the Guru Pranam, that is Prabhupada Mantra, then the Pachadadva Mantra, and then the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Then we also learned about the meaning of the mantra, that Hare in itself means Radharani, and Krishna, of course, is Krishna. And yeah, that's one which I could give.
Okay.
And we also, all of us should keep trying to, 16 rounds of Hare Krishna japa. And she said she's not 100% sure, but we spoke about, our body, this part Krishna and part uh, so that we have been given a human body. We are also beings, but there are other beings who do not have that intelligence, who are not that privileged. They cannot attain this kind of spiritual kind of aspirations. We have that intellect to read the Bhagavad Gita. We can read the Shema Bhagavatam, and we have to try that. Always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna.
Haribol, very nice. Thank you so much. So I have jotted down few points. So I'll quickly read them, then we'll move on to weekday. Yeah. So please pay attention. I've been telling you, all of you, to note down. So if you note down, at least you can, in your language, you can, reproduce it. Otherwise, at least you should see the video once again, because otherwise I will not know whether you are understanding the class or not. Okay. If I don't know whether you're understanding or not, there's no point in moving forward in the class. So it is very important to see these recordings. After one recording, you can watch it 2-3 times. Those who can read the PPT, you can read the PPT, but at least recording, you all can see the sign, right? Okay, so I'll start. So we read that in Kali Yuga, people are very unfortunate and disturbed by so many things. They don't have a long life. Then we studied that why good things happen to bad people, and why bad things happen to good people. So we understood that whatever activity we do, good or bad, it brings us good or bad reactions. So this is called the law of karma. We studied about law of karma. So for whatever action we are doing, whatever thing we are doing, we will have to face a reaction in future. Then we read that our body dies, but the soul inside our body is permanent, and it travels from one body to other. So when we die, the soul comes out of our body and it goes on to another body. And scriptures tell us
Sorry,
that there
Mataji,
is,
just for my clarity, when we say body, it could be human body or an animal.
yes,
Right?
yes. It could be any body, any living being. And there are 84 lakh different kind of species. And we are very lucky that we get a human body. So some of the things, some of the examples of bad, which gives us bad reaction when we say something bad is happening to us because we have done something bad in previous life. So I had given some examples like eating non-vegetarian food, then being violent and speaking lies, having lust, anger, greed, gambling, drinking alcohol, having an ego. That means I am only supreme, nobody else, everybody is below me. So all these things will give us bad reaction in now or in future life or in the next birth. On the other side, if you do good things, like we are vegetarian, we are non-violent, we are generous, we give charity, we have self-control, we don't tell lies, we are always speaking truth. We have a simple life, we are very simple in our living. We forgive people, we don't have hatred. We are religious and we are clean. We're always keeping our body and mind clean. So these are the some examples which will give us good reaction. Now, how can we overcome our suffering in our bad karma? So we discussed last session that if we take up Krishna consciousness is one choice. So either we take up Krishna consciousness or we continue to face reactions of our karma and we continue to suffer in this world or enjoy in this world. Both ways, we have to take birth. We also studied the benefit of Krishna consciousness. What is the benefit of Krishna consciousness? That if we do some little, progress in this life, we do, we keep Krishna in center of our life and do everything for his pleasure, then at least we do not have the fear of, becoming an animal in the next life. At least Krishna might give us a human body in the next birth. And in order to become Krishna conscious, the first step is to chant the Maha Mantra. So the process which is given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Kali Yuga is very, very simple. It's just chanting the Maha Mantra. And once we chant, we slowly start getting free from all the sinful reactions. So is it, are you able to remember what all we did last session? Is the bulb now lighting? Could you remember we did all this last time? Yeah. So will all of you promise to please, please, please study? Otherwise, like a strict teacher, I have to start asking you questions personally. We cannot progress like this. We are talking about a 64 weeks course. So if we don't remember what we did in the last session, how can we remember what we are doing in 64 weeks? So please, my request, I am putting a lot of hard work. I am doing a lot of effort to prepare all these presentations for all of you. I myself am doing a lot of studies to bring up this presentation to all of you, to give one lecture. So I need everybody's support. If I don't get your support, how can I, even I need encouragement. And I'll get encouragement only when I see that you all are learning. But here, seeing today, I feel that nobody remembers what we did in the last class, which is very sad. No, my face is very serious. I'm not laughing. Want to look at my face? You can see my face is very serious. I'm not laughing. So please, please, please requesting all of you to pay attention. If you don't understand anything, you can ask question. But please let me know if I have to go slow. I'm trying my best to make things very, very simple. I'm trying to repeat things, but if you are not putting your effort, then what is the use of my, putting in so many efforts? So that is why I'm asking all of you to study well and come back in the next week with a just 2 to 3 minute summary. Just few points, important points of what we learned. So do you all promise to do it? No promise? Okay, fine, good, good. So let's begin our next week, week 3 presentation. And as usual, so what are the 3 things we have to begin
Mataji,
our
just give
session
me
with?
1 minute, Mataji. And my hair is coming like this, no? Again, I don't want to
I was
do it.
wondering why are you doing this? Yeah, it's very
Mataji,
disturbing.
interpret, this like this hair. I just want to keep it
Right.
like this. Clear. Ready, Mataji?
Yeah. So what are the 3 things we are supposed to begin
Mataji,
with?
somebody is raising their hand.
Yes. Amrut.
Huh?
You can tell him that we take question answer later.
Clear, Mataji, clear, he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. So who's going to tell that what are the 3 things we start with?
Start with what, Mataji?
Yes. Whenever you start a class, what are the 3 things we start with? Who's going to tell?
Vijay Mataji has a hand raised.
Anybody else? Come on. I just said, even Tatyana Mataji just said. Yes, Rekha Mataji. Yes, let her speak.
So first Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Mataji, the family, the tree. Second, first she says Srila Prabhupada, second Panch Tattva, and third Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Very good. So we all clap for Rekha Mataji.
She says, sorry, Mataji. And you said that you are sad and you're disappointed. We feel sad, Mataji. Feel sorry.
Yes, please. It will be so encouraging when you start studying. I'll be so happy. So all of you must make a sincere effort, like good students, okay? So let's start. So this was the Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. I'll just show it again. And then we move on to the Pachadadva Mantra.
Mataji, we would have to close that, no?
Yeah, sure. So then we did the Pachadadva Mantra. Right? Please let me know it's okay, it's clear. So then let's start. Who remembers Prabhupada Pranam Mantra? Does anybody remember Prabhupada Pranam Mantra? Okay, so today I'm not saying anything. In the next class, we are starting with repeating Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. Then we will sign the
Mataji,
Panchadhava.
Amrut remembers it.
Amrut. Okay, you can.
Mataji, he's saying that Prabhupada mantra, then Chaitanya the Panch
Yeah,
Tattva,
so
and then
we want to.
Hare Krishna.
Correct. Does he remember Prabhupada Pranam Mantra?
No, Mataji, I think his internet is fluctuating.
Yeah. So
Nirmal Prabhu and Shilpa Mataji have raised their hand.
they would be knowing they are champions. I want to. Anyways, but let her be. Let others learn. Sorry, Prabhu. Let others learn. You can spotlight her.
Oh, Mataji, I just said that you say that you know well, so you don't have to do it.
It's okay. Just spotlight her. Tell her that through her we can learn. Others can learn.
He says that Prabhupada. So Prabhupada is, the servant of the people, and here to only do the bidding, do the work of his guru, and we pray to Srila Prabhupada, our guru.
Little different from our statements. Anyways, we will fine tune it.
Ma'am, it could be that the interpreter is also voicing it differently.
Could be.
Different, no? She says,
So
"Oh, Mataji, I understand that. Thank
So
you."
maybe Shilpa can record a small video for us for Prabhupada Pranam Mantra and send it to us. So that everybody can learn.
She says she'll definitely try, Mataji.
She can send it to me. I'll post it in all the groups.
Yeah, Mataji, she'll do that, Mataji.
Okay, so fine. In the next class, so all those who are raising hands, let's move forward. Otherwise, we will not be able to progress. So we'll move forward. We'll not be able to progress. Otherwise, move forward. Okay. So probably next class we will try to sign Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. Slowly, step by step, we will learn Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So first is Prabhupada Pranam Mantra, then Pachadadva Mantra, and then the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra.
Okay, Mataji.
Okay. So this I'll skip. We've already read.
I'm not signing it now, Mataji. Once you
Yeah, I'll put it
then
down.
I'll do it.
So I'll show this slide once again. So in it, it is said that in one, as you say, there is a cycle of yugas. So there are 4 yuga cycle. Okay, so I'll put it in chat. Have a look at the screen. Then we'll start. Then I'll start describing.
Okay, Mataji.
So it is said that the cycle begins with Satyug. And when Satyug was there, now we are not living in Satyug. Satyug was when everything was not corrupted, everything was nice, everything was good. There was no cheating, people were very nice. So in that era, how could people achieve liberation? How could people come out from the cycle of birth and death? So it is said that in each age or in each yuga, the process of going back to Krishna or coming out of the cycle of birth and death is different. Okay, so in Satyuga, the way people could achieve liberation was by meditation. So people would sit for 10,000, 20,000 years.
Mataji is asking, what is this? I mean, the Sati Yuga, there's signs, no? All the yugas, the 4 yugas.
Yeah.
So this Sati Yuga, first Satyuga is Sati Yuga.
Right.
Okay, Mataji, just some new people, no? I should put it down. Some people are new to sign, they don't know. I just put it. Sati
Okay.
Yuga. What is the second Yuga, Mataji? Treta.
Right, Treta.
Treta Yuga. Dwapara Yuga. And Kala. Mataji is Kali. Kali Yuga or
कलयुग
Kali?
त्रेता के बाद द्वापर है
हाँ लिख दिया माताजी.
द्वापर के बाद कली KALI.
KLA. Satyuga, Treta Yuga. 4.
So currently we are living in Kali Yuga. We are in the last Yuga right now.
Adi, once if does it help if you tell how many years Satyuga and how many
Yes,
years?
it is there in Bhagavad Gita. If you want me to tell, I can tell now. The Kali Yuga which is going on, the age of Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years.
4,32,000, Mataji.
4,32,000 years.
Wow. That's Kali Yuga.
That's Kali Yuga. So this is the age of Kali Yuga. Now you double it, you go to Dwapar, you double that, you go to Treta, you double that, it is Satyug. So Satyug is actually the biggest age. So you want me to find out the calculation? 1 second.
I can
I'll
do that,
check.
Mataji. It's 8,64,000 will become Dwapara.
Hmm.
And sorry, Mataji, here would need some Treta.
But I'm finding it, don't worry.
I also have a calculator. We do into 2, no? 4,32,000 into 2. 432,000 into 2. Oh, no, sorry. No. It go 864,000, huh? 8,064 into 2. Oh, it is 17 lakh, Mataji. 17 lakh 1728000 is Treta Yuga. And then Sati Yuga, as you said, Mataji, was the longest.
Satyug, how much is your calculation coming to?
It's coming to Mataji. Treta is coming to 17,28,000, double of Dwapara.
Yeah.
And now Satyuga will double Treta, no?
No, you have to half. You have to see the biggest is Satyug.
Which is the double of Treta.
Let me just copy paste. Don't worry.
Satya Yuga.
What have you done? Dwapar, Treta.
I've gone from Kali Yuga to backwards.
Okay. One second.
Double.
Let me just see the.
Mataji, Satya Yuga.
Satyuga is correct. 4,32,000. Then iska previous hai Dwapar 864. 864 likha hai Saurabh?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Mataji. 8,64,000.
Very good. And then
Then Treta.
Then Treta is 1296. 1296.
Oh, I thought it was double, Mataji. Okay.
1296, then 1728.
Oh, okay. Treta Yuga will become 12 lakh
96,000.
And then Sati Yuga is the highest with what I wrote.
It's actually it's a minimum number of years in Kali Yuga. See, look at it, 4,32,000 only. Dwapar is 8,64,000. Treta is 17. No.
Ayo, Mataji.
Okay, Satyug. Can you just clean off everything? Maybe we can share later on. I'll just nicely write it and share it. So now the point is when Satyug was there. Yeah, when Satyug was there. Thank you, Ganesh. Yeah. So when Satyug was there, there was a lot of people were very pious. People were very good. And the way to achieve, like how now we are talking about achieving liberation, coming out of the cycle of birth and death. So in that age, when Satyug was there, the process of coming out of the cycle of birth and death was only meditation. So the life of people was very long. People would live for 10,000, 20,000 years. And, they would have very long lifespan. And in that lifelong span, they would meditate. They would meditate on the Supreme.
10,000 you said?
Yeah, people would live for many years, for thousands
And
of
did
years.
they
People
become
would
very
live.
old?
No, they will be, because the lifestyle was very pure. So people would live for very long years and they would meditate on Krishna, and then they would, that is the process prescribed in scriptures. So through that, people would achieve liberation. So that is the process recommended in Shastras, or process recommended in scriptures. Okay, and then once the, slowly the, Satyug got over after this life, then next came Treta. So slowly people started becoming little bad in this. And then what was the process? And the process that time was sacrifices. So you perform havans, you perform homams. And in that, through those sacrifices, people would try to please the Supreme Lord and achieve liberation, try to come out of cycle. So that is the process recommended in Treta Yuga. Slowly, Treta Yuga also.
Mataji, I'm sorry, just for my understanding, because sacrifice I'm doing cutting.
No, I'll just share the picture. So the right side picture, you can, this picture, my arrow, sorry, this picture,
Again, Mataji, which one?
this one, right
Acha,
side.
sacrifice, okay.
Sacrifice.
What, Mataji, if you could just expand it, no, because the word is in a concept.
Hai
na? Just give
Yagya,
me an
I've written
example of
Yagya also, no?
what?
They're doing Yagya. Can you see there's doing Yagya? So people were performing elaborate Yagyas for which, hundreds of liters was ghee was required, and very intelligent, Brahmins were required to perform those Yagyas. They were very, very intelligent Brahmins who could chant mantras, and the material used for the yagya was very pure, and that's how they could please the Supreme Lord. So that in the Treta Yuga, the process of achieving Krishna, achieving Supreme Lord, was by sacrifices, by performing yagya. Is that clear? Can we move on to the next yuga?
Yes, Mataji.
Everybody is looking very serious. So I was thinking whether they've understood or not. Understood.
They're getting it, Mataji. I said, all of you, how is it going over your heads? They said, no, 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 no.
We are understanding. Huh? Okay, fine. So next come to the next yuga.
Uma Mataji is saying we are doing puja.
Yeah. So next is the Dwapar Yuga, in which people could attain Krishna, people could understand Krishna through temple worship. So the importance was laid on temple worship. Elaborate lot, big arrangements of pleasing, the idol of the Lord. So the idol of Lord was put in the temple, and very elaborate, very detailed puja used to happen in those days of Dwapar Yuga. this is the last stage. Now we all are currently in Kali Yuga. Okay, and so what is the process recommended in Kali Yuga? So the process recommended in Kali Yuga is chanting the names of the Lord. Now one may ask why it is so that in Kali Yuga the process is only chanting the name of the Lord. Why is it not yagya? Why is it not temple worship? Why is it not meditation? Why is only chanting effective in this Kali Yuga? Is it? So one may ask why is it so? So first of all, my dear friends, will you be able to meditate for even 5 minutes nowadays in Kali Yuga? Can you meditate even for 5 minutes? Is it possible? No. So we are talking about meditating for 10,000 years. People could meditate, sit in one place. They would go to the jungles. They could sit and meditate for 10,000 years, which is not possible nowadays. Okay, so one option is gone. Now the second option is sacrifice, the havan, the yagya. Now, please remember that performing a yagya is not so simple that we do now. In those days, there was tons and tons of ghee that was required for performing yagya. In those days, pure wood means sandalwood or shisham wood, those pure wood was required. Thousands of variety of sweets would be going in this fire. Variety of eatables would go in the fire. There would be huge amount of donation given to the brahmanas. So whosoever is performing the yagya would require all those things, and above all, the mantra is being chanted by the brahmins has to be 100% pure, has to be, the pronunciation has to be 100% correct. So nowadays, do you think anybody can chant the mantra so purely? Is there so much of ghee or material available for offering sacrifices or offering yagya? Who has the capacity to have so much of money to spend on yagya and please the Supreme Lord? Do we have so much of things available with us to spend money? Do we have this much of money to spend on the yagya and try to attain liberation? So second option is also out. Now for common people like us, can we do temple worship? Okay, Brahmins can still do, but all of us are not Brahmins, right? That elaborate temple worship where deities are given bhoga offering, 5-6 times in a day, and they are decorated with beautiful clothes and jewelry. Can you or me think of doing temple worship? So that is why in the Kali Yuga, just 500 years before, I'm not talking about long time, just 500 years before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, because he knew that people, this is Kali Yuga, and people in Kali Yuga will not have a long age. They would live for a very short time. So the maximum nowadays, people are living for how many years? Just 100 years. That is maximum. Do you see anybody living beyond 100, 105 years? Very rare. So Mahaprabhu thought that people will not live for that life. People are not very intelligent. Do you think people are nowadays intelligent? They are so selfish, they are so greedy. All people are thinking nowadays about myself, my family, my children. So people are not even intelligent nowadays. They are fighting on small, small things. They are full of hatred. So that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us a very, very simple process to understand Krishna. A very, very simple method so that we can understand or remember Krishna and we can get out of this cycle of constant birth and death, birth and death. Because from many thousands of years, eternally, we are dying, we are coming, we are again dying, we are again coming. So, how can we put an end to this process? Yes, of course, some people are very happy, but those who are happy doesn't mean they never have any disease in their life. Those who are happy, do you think they won't die? They will also die. The big film stars or the big people who are very rich, in corona so many people died. So although they are happy, but are they not dying? They are getting old. You know what are the diseases of this old age? The birth, the disease, the old age, and then the death. These are the four problems of Kali Yuga, of all the yugas. You will come in this life and you will take a birth, you will live for some time, and you will catch some disease. Definitely, you'll have some disease, you will grow old, and then finally you'll die. Then what is so life after life, life after life. This is fortunate that now you are sitting as a human being. Maybe we can in next birth become some animal, cat or dog. We don't know. Depending on what kind of karma we are doing, Krishna will give us a body accordingly. So if we are, we are not have any intelligence, we don't have a life, we are full of miseries, we are full of diseases, we are getting old. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thought, how should such people, attain liberation? How will such people come out of the cycle of birth and death with so many issues? Small age, body full of disease, and always cheating, always lying, always full of hatred, always full of lust. How can I help such people? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us a very, very simple process. And what is that simple process? The simple process is just chanting the name of Krishna. Just chanting the name of the Supreme Lord. By this very simple method, all our sins, previous birth sins, can be washed away. And then there would come a day when Krishna will take us back home, back to spiritual world. So that is why all the four yugas have different process to follow, but in Kali Yuga we cannot follow those process. We are given a very simple process because our intelligence is very less, our age is very less. He came and gave us this simple process of chanting the name of Krishna. So let's chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that is a very, very simple process which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us. And maybe I'll take one slide more. Then I think we need to close today's session. So I'll just share. So some of the points of the slide I've already covered. here we are told in the slide that liberation means coming out of the cycle of repeated birth and death. So this is the word liberation. Constantly we are coming. You remember you were a small child some years back, and now you have grown young, and then you've grown old, and after a few years we all will die. So if you want to break this cycle, it is called liberation. Okay, now, but it is said that this Kali Yuga is a very bad age because it is very difficult to get liberation in this age. Why? So Srimad Bhagavatam explains that in Kali Yuga, age of people is very less. People are selfish. They sleep a lot. They are very slow. So all of you can write down the symptoms of people in this Kali Yuga. They are very slow. They sleep a lot. They are selfish. And they hardly have any time for any spiritual activity. You ask anybody, you go to temple or can you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra? They'll say, oh, I don't have time, I'm very busy. So they have no time to chant Lord's names. And when they are not sleeping, when they are not eating, so what are they doing? They are busy earning money. So what are we basically doing throughout our life? We are eating, we are sleeping, we are going to office for making money, or we are selfish, we are only thinking about ourselves and we have no time to remember God. We are so busy in earning money, eating and sleeping that we have no time to remember Krishna. So this is very typical of Kali Yuga. That is why, we discussed why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. So here are more things about Kali Yuga. So some people are interested in spiritual life, but nowadays you can see that there are a lot of fake gurus. Fake gurus will call you to the ashram. They will take money from you, and you will not have any spiritual understanding. They will not talk about God. All they will say, I am God. Isn't it? You would have heard of many such people nowadays. And such people mislead innocent people. Another typical thing that we see in Kali Yuga is that, even for small things, people are struggling. There are so many people who are struggling for food. Some people don't have shelter. They don't have a house to live. Some people are facing so much difficulty in earning money. And even if by chance people are getting all these things, then there always is a fear of natural calamities like floods, earthquake, or war. Nowadays, we have heard Russia is into war with Ukraine. So everywhere we are in constant struggle with Pakistan. So always there is a fear of war, there is a fear of floods, famine, earthquake, and diseases. Then there is economic problems in the country. People are not getting jobs. So I'm sure you all are aware of all these things which are so typical in Kali Yuga. So that is why it is said that sitting and understanding Bhagavad Gita or sitting and understanding what Krishna becomes very difficult. Because people have no time, because they're busy earning money, because they are poor or they can't support their family. So where is the time for God? So just 1 minute left. I'd like you to think about what we all did in this class. So today I will not be sharing this presentation because we are not done as yet. It's already 10 o'clock. So we'll continue in the next week, the rest of the session. So please don't miss. And whatever we have discussed today, I really, really want you to see this video. Saurabh Prabhu is signing, and please see this video. And if somebody has noted the points, can please go through the points. And I want to know who's going to present a short summary next week of this class. So if you look at the pages, if you go to each slide, you will see that, okay, there's a lot of things, but there's one or two important points. Like, for example, the last screen I shared, what was there in that? One is there are a lot of fake gurus. Okay, people are struggling for food and jobs and money. Then there is a fear of disease or floods or war. That's it. That is all the summary is. Right? So before that, what is typical of this Kali Yuga? People have short life, they are not intelligent, they are lazy, they sleep a lot, they eat a lot, and they, there is no interest in having in Krishna. So that is another type of, summary. Then we studied about all the 4 yugas: Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga, Dwapar, and Satyuga. What is important in Satyuga? Meditation. Treta is important is Yagya. Dwapar, what is important is temple worship. And Kali Yuga, what is important is chanting of the name of the Krishna. So basically, it's one line I want, so that I know that from each slide, are you able to understand? So unless you come up and explain that you can understand that, how will I know that I am, on the right track? I'll think maybe I'm teaching wrong. Maybe I'm not a good teacher. Maybe you're not explaining well. Okay, so please read, please see this.
Or Mataji, the interpreter may be bad. Interpreter signing fail. All of them not understanding. Interpreter bad maybe.
No. They're not agreeing to that. They all love you a lot. Okay, so Veena and Kala, they want to say something quickly. There are no questions. Let me tell you, there are no questions today. There are no questions. If somebody wants to volunteer.
There's feedback, Mataji. There's feedback actually.
Okay.
Mataji wants to tell you something.
Let me know.
It's not a question, Mataji. Of course, we know because we don't have much time. There's just feedback which she wants to say. There's one feedback, Mataji. What we see is we need a team. If there is someone who can do the typing, because Saurav is doing it, he's listening and he's also doing that. So there could be, this time can be saved. Mataji is delivering her lecture. Saurav is translating the voice to sign. If there is anybody who can help us, volunteer from the team, who can ensure that the code words, the important words are put there so that they can put it on notes, Mataji. Notes bhi to likhne ke liye kuch wahan pe dalne se it will help, no? And what we can do is, if we have a backup person where you don't have to worry about it, Saurav doesn't have to worry about it, and that person can do that.
Fine, I've noted. I'll work on it.
And there's another thing also, Mataji, we were requesting that, 45 minutes of lecture and 15 minutes of some interaction. Otherwise, it becomes too much, Mataji. Because these two, this time, no, we can just clarify our doubts. This, like you just did right now, 45 minutes you lectured, 50 minutes you lectured, and last 5-10 minutes you just reviewed it, or you ask someone else to do it, it'll help.
Yeah, so now what is happening is, last 1 or 2 sessions, I'm asking one of you to come forward and give a summary, right? so that, the session becomes interactive. I think this is what I'm trying to do. Today, if
I
you
think
remember,
Mataji, she's saying at the end of the lecture,
at
45
the end
minutes,
of the lecture.
45 minutes lectures finished. There's so much, no? It is confusing in the mind. So what Prajakti Mataji is suggesting is that 45 minutes or 50 minutes when you finish your lecture, 5 minutes, 10 minutes last, we help, crystallize it.
Okay.
Mataji can do it, or Mataji can ask someone, if somebody is ready, they can do it.
Okay, fine. Like how we did it today, right? Slide by slide.
Right now, what you said, no? Like you gave an example that what did we learn? We learned Kali Yoga, we learned that same thing. 5 minutes, 10 minutes last, if we just, last summary, that will help Mataji.
Sure. I'll do that. Next class will start like that. Yes. So we are only taking feedbacks and we are only taking no questions, please. Huh?
Okay, Mataji. Should I ask?
Yeah, you can ask. Just Nandini may be last. It's already 10:05.
Okay, all thumbs are up, Mataji. No feedback?
Okay. She wanted to say something? No. Okay, fine.
She had a question, Mataji, but we are taking questions?
No. Sorry, no questions today.
Okay, Mataji, she says.
Fine. So, who is volunteering for next week's summary? Kala is ready and Jaiprakash Prabhu is ready, I think. And Sudarshan Prabhu also ready. Madhura is ready.
Yeah, there are a lot of people, Mataji.
Oh, very good, very good. So can we divide slides? But I'm not sharing PPT, no, right now. How do we do that?
I will sign what you are going to tell me. So you tell me what should I say. It's going to confuse them.
No, I'm also thinking. So okay, let's do one thing. Kala and Vaishali, you can divide two yugas. Okay.
Mataji, that will be confusing, Mataji. She says that just let one person.
Because they are so excited, I didn't want to discourage them.
Ma'am, it will take time also, no, Mataji? One person, it's different, no? Hearing and deaf, ek karke aayega, then I'll interpret it also.
Right. Okay, so Kala has been raising her hand for a long time. So let's give, I saw Kala raising her hand. So let's give Kala a chance. Maybe after that, we'll see Madhura and Vaishali.
One person, Mataji, one person.
Yeah, I said Kala. Let's give Kala this time a chance. So she will summarize. And Shilpa Mataji is going to send us Guru Prabhupada Pranam Mantra video. I hope. So I will post it and she can send it to me.
She says, Mataji, she will do all of it.
Prabhupada Pranam Mantra.
No, Mataji. Kala Mataji is saying she is going to discuss all of it.
Yeah, that's what I said. I will divide it into two. Maybe Vaishali and Kala can do together if Vaishali is ready. Vaishali is ready? Okay, fine. After that, we'll take more people. Madhura and Jaiprakash Prabhu, Uma, we can take next week. Or the ending of session, other people can summarize. Yeah. So thank you very much. I am hoping people are going to watch the session. And I'm expecting Shilpa to send me the Prabhupada Pranam Mantra video. You can send it to me on personal window and I will forward it to the groups. Yeah, Shilpa is going to send so that we all can learn the Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. Okay? Because there are a lot of new people also. They will also learn. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna.